Raiders will kick it off to get us underway. He'll return it. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So Baylor's offense will get the football first. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Gives it on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Under fire! And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensive getting a huge sack on 3rd down.
Looks it in at the 40. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. So the Texas Tech Red Raiders offense taking the field for a chance we have to see them today. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollock, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Red Raiders come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Looking for a man. It's Chase. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
And there's not very many offensive plays that are going to be successful. If you can rush 3 guys and still get to the quarterback, that's not a good sign for this offensive line.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Grab near the marker. It's Hurtado. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
Offense changing the play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Guys, let's think big picture about Texas Tech. They jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference first. It's not about the national championship picture. So great job taking care of business within the conference, Jesse, but a lot of meat still left on the schedule.
Yeah, and remember, conference championships mean a lot because the way the college football playoff is set up, if you're winning your conference championship, you're probably in the playoff discussion. So they've got a lot of games ahead. They're in that prime spot right now inside their conference. They've got to keep playing well.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Caught near the sticks. It's Hurtado. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Red Raiders are on the move. Looking for a gap. It's Camarda. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks and make plays.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Pulls and fires complete. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
And here comes money down for this offense. Third down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Red Raiders. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's going to try to return this one. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the... They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Going right to work up top. Back open in the middle. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full.
Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Throws for the tight end. Makes the grab in the open. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. And the Bears moving quickly to the line.
And I think this play very much starts with protection up front. He has time, and they use the speed of his wide receiver. Look, he starts all the way on the right side of the field, comes all the way across the formation. He throws a dime to him, and he makes the big play down the field.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. Might as well give it to him again. Able to make the tackle, but not before he gets 5 yards down to the 21. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He'll be forced out of bounds, and they're showing confidence in their running game in the red zone.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And this defense has had an elite first half. Kept them off the scoreboard. They've put a drive together right before the half. Talk about some momentum. Hold them to a field goal here on this 3rd down. Don't let them get a touchdown. They've played so well this first half.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
I just love it when my situational football. They run the option. He understands. It's 4th and short. Like, I got to stick my nose in there, get north-south, and try to get that first down. I love when I have a...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Baylor!
It gets closer and closer to the end zone right here. You know what's coming as a defense. The offense has to be physical, and they were, and the back knew exactly what he had to get 6.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Louisiana Tech is on top, but it's not like Terry Bradshaw's playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by a field goal over Notre Dame. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Hold it, finds his man on the left. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Chase. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game. Putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
That's caught. It's Burks. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. The defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's fourth down. This could be a major turning point in this game, going for it inside their own 40. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. They're a perfect 2 for 2 on fourth down. They'll go for the hat trick. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Burks. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Red Raiders getting set on 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw again. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Offense will try to strike on 1st and 10. Making side adjustments here. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Burks. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line, warp speed for 2nd down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. And the Red Raiders will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Caught over the middle. It's Burks. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Finds his man. It's Thompson. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires on the move. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half,
it's picked off, and that's number 10. Going the other way, and he's got room. Past the 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. motivation will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Makes the grab. It's Thorne. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
The Bears can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass. There's the pressure. Basic catch. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. And the Bears will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Bears will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to...
Turning it on! They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
And run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Looking to throw, it's Chase. Moving away from pressure. Rolling right and going deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, and because of the pressure, the defense gets pressure on him immediately so quickly that he makes a bad decision, tries to throw it into double coverage. Really nice job pressuring the quarterback up front.
They'll give it to the back. Gets it past the marker. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead. Well, you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here. And I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Second down, he'll throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Burks. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. The Red Raiders have it with a 1st and 10. The give on the inside. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
To throw, it's Chase. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel...
Oh, he's got some space. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. And the Red Raiders are in the hurry-up. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. 3rd and goal where defensive coordinators have to make a stand. Trying to get it in. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And they take it in for 6 more points. That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn, and that's what we just saw on that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they are executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Gets rid of it. Got a man. It's Thompson. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Keeps it on the draw. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
And no messing around right now if you're on offense. This is the time where execution has got to be at a premium. You need to hit completions, David. They need some big plays.
And you just want to keep pressuring them and keep making them use the clock, give them the underneath stuff. And again, when they drive the football down the field, I just can't give up touchdowns. Field goal at this point is not going to hurt my defense.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Bears will have it first and 10. To the air on first down. Got his man. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Let's see what they've dialed up on third and long from the 22. He wants to throw it again. Deep shot for the end zone. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Looking for more room. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Motion from the wide receiver. Quick touch pass to the receiver. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
They're down to the 35 on first and 10. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. All they needed was a few inches, and the defense was not having it.
And this defense is well aware of the situation, and they're so aware of it. That goal line package is coming out, right? They've got to stop the run. They know the offense wants to eat clock. They got to get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance to get back in this football game.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes a grab past the marker. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the fourth, and they are going to go to 7-0.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, they're after it. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Second down, they'll go to the air. Here's a throw downfield late. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Finds his man. It's Wiggins. He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down.
Now, fourth down.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And here's the third interception of the night. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer,
trying to take it back. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
Man, it's go time for this defense now. I mean, you're down by a couple scores, and they're still making big plays. You got to find a way to get a stop, create a turnover, switch the momentum to your side quickly.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. He might want another play. To the air, it's Chase. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. Never a doubt. And that lead grows even bigger. They tack that last score on just for good measure as they are getting oh so close to putting this one away. The kickoff is coming. And he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the grab on the left. The offense will use a timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.